I have missed y'all so much. Ridiculous, but I need to let y'all know. Fragrances have been acquired, samples have been acquired, and there is much to discuss. So let's get into it. Okay. Hey y'all, welcome back to Frizz and Fragrance. My name is Kara, and if you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. And if you've been with me since I started my channel last year, thank you for dealing with the erratic schedule, the MIA times. But y'all, it's been so busy. One, look y'all, braces are off. Two, I have a future high schooler. Marky has graduated. His graduation was last night. August is being promoted to 5th grade. I'm wrapping up my first year as an instructional coach. There has just been a lot going on. Good stuff, but busy stuff. And I've just had a hard time with the balance. But summer is coming. We got to smell good. And I have 7 niche fragrances. I cannot wait to share them with you. I think they are going to be really good. So if you want to hear about them all, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think and come on down this fragrance rabbit hole with me because we are trying to smell good over here. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I've been just peachy. It's just been busy. Kind of trying to get my fitness on as well. I went back to the gym. I've only been once. Supposed to go today, but a little snafu happened, and that's okay because there are other days in the week. But I feel really good about summer approaching and all that that's going to bring. So let me know how you are doing in the comment section, and let's get to smelling. As I said, I have 7 fragrances here, and they have all come from Scent Split. And I love buying from decant companies because I cannot afford most of these perfumes. So if I am going to afford something, I would like to try it first. And also, I don't need some of the large sizes that the perfumes come in. So I really try to get the 5 mLs. That gives me a little more wear than the 2 mLs to really decide if it's something that I want. That was not sponsored. I just really like Scent Split. So I don't even know where to start. No, I know where we're going to start. We are going to start with a fragrance that I have been waiting to come out for months. And this is from the House of Oud. It is L'Explicit. I'm going to pop up a picture of the beautiful bottle. The bottle makes me want it just alone. But then when you hear about the notes, the banana, the peanut butter, we're about to get into it. This one was something I was almost willing to blind buy it. I'm kind of glad that I didn't. And I will give you my thoughts on this one because I have worn this one a couple of times. Let me just show you what the packaging looks like from Scent Split, just so you know. Let's get into this, y'all. Okay, now this one is new, came out in 2025. I have been hearing about it for a couple of months, and then they said it was going to be in other retailers, I guess in April. So I have had this sample for a little bit. Well, this one has top notes of ylang ylang and lemon zest. In the mid, we have banana, peanut butter, bread, and spices. And in the base, we have violet, musk, amber, and fruits. I'm starting to see banana come into fragrances more and more often now. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Are you liking banana scents, or is it just too much for you? Because I can understand it both ways. It's crazy because what I can smell right away is a little bit of ylang ylang. I can smell banana and I can smell peanut butter. And I think the peanut butter is going to be the note that's going to throw people off with this fragrance. But this is the note that also intrigued me at the same time. So let's get into this. Is there vanilla in here? Let's see. No vanilla. It might be the bread note that I'm smelling in here as well. I get in the opening what I can smell when I put this to my nose. Ylang ylang, banana, and peanut butter. Not really getting lemon though. There's something really creamy in here as well, but I think this might be a little bit off-putting. I don't think the peanut butter is super prominent, but I do think it's enough that would make someone be like, I like it, but there's something odd in it. And that's something that might make people like the fragrance as well. It's one of those. Not a safe blind buy. Unfortunately, I am not sure if this is a fragrance that I want to wear. I find myself more and more categorizing fragrances as body fragrances or home fragrances. And I think that this one is more of a home fragrance, a candle fragrance, because I'm just not even sure where you would wear this. It's very playful. You know what? If I was in the classroom still, I would definitely wear something like this to work. I'm just not sure about it for any other occasion. It would be like a really interesting talking point, and I'm gonna have to come back and update you all on these because I'm not very familiar with these fragrances yet. But I have sprayed this one and worn it twice, and I just feel like the banana in this fragrance is very fleeting, and you're left with more of a peanut buttery type of skin scent, and I don't think I like that. And I do enjoy an olfactory experience where you're getting, you know, an evolution and all that. But the bottom line is, what is it going to smell like when you're out and about in real life? And this is not going to be it. The opening for me is way better than the dry down. I don't want to smell like peanut butter. And it's not just peanut butter. There's still like something floral in there. I'm not exactly getting musk. I'm not really getting like lemon zest or fruit. And actually the lemon was in the opening, so probably wouldn't get that. But it is kind of a bready, but not bready like creme couture or something like that. It's not that bready. It's like a bready, creamy peanut butter smell. There is something that's still sweet within that. So maybe that could come from the fruits. I'm not sure exactly how violet presents in a fragrance. It does say that it's sweet and powdery, so it could be that. If I purchased this, this would solely be for that House of Oud egg-shaped bottle. I love the eggs, and I really like this one in particular, but I can't really justify a $240 price tag, maybe $275. I can't remember how much, but I can't justify it. Let me just see. $265 is looking, there's some different prices here on Fragrantica. I wouldn't mind a travel size. I see a travel size here. I could possibly consider that, but again, I'm just not sure how I would wear this. Most likely this would be a fragrance that I would layer in some way. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking something with vanilla, something with marshmallow, or something else that would play into the banana, but I'm not sure if I want it alone. Very, very gourmand, very foodie. It's a odd peanut butter, dry down, creamy, sweet situation. Almost like a banana peanut butter cookie, if there was such a thing. Like, you know how you have like peanut butter cookies and they're like sweet? That's what this reminds me of. So it's not bad at all. I just think this is a scent that I would really enjoy in my house as far as like a smell or a candle. Let me know if you smell explicit, and we're gonna move on. I will come back and update y'all. All right, this next one we're gonna do is not new. This one is called Vanilla Powder. This is the other one I've smelled. The rest of these are gonna be like blind smells. Now this is by Matiere Premier. And I smelled this from Leah Janae, who is a content creator on YouTube. And she had it on when I went to Creator and Friends back in April. That was in Destin, Florida. And this was so strong and it smelled so good on her. I mean, you could just smell her. Like, you didn't have to be up on her or anything like that. And when I saw the price, I was like, I'm not gonna be able to get that. I'm gonna have to just try the sample because the fragrances smell different on different people. And I think that's the case with this one for me. And I was so disappointed. So let's get into it. Now, Vanilla Powder launched in 2023. We've got top notes of coconut powder and heliotrope, middle notes of Madagascar vanilla, and base notes of vanilla absolute, white musk, Palo Santo, lactones, and coconut. Let me click on lactones because I don't know what that means. It says it's in the group of natural and synthetic, popular and weird. All right, I don't know what that means. Let me just tell you about this one, and it's so odd. You know what? This one kind of reminds me of Vanilla Era by Boy Smells, and that one I didn't like, but I loved this on Leah Janae. I don't really get coconut from this one at all. Let me look at heliotrope. Heliotrope has a profile of almond smelling and vanilla like and hazy, whatever that's supposed to mean. It's so hard for me to describe this fragrance. It's not like really vanilla for me. It's a vanilla, but it's not like a gourmand vanilla at all. If there was such a thing as a smoky vanilla, that's how I would describe this. This one is a little mind-boggling for me to describe. Now, I will say this fragrance is strong. It gives you a trail for sure. And I witnessed that. It smelled really good on her, but on me, I don't know. I just don't think it's a scent for me. I almost wanted to go and buy a bottle right away, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm still trying to figure out my overall thoughts about this one, because I do smell the vanilla coming through, especially as it settles down. But on me, it's just not smelling like it smelled on her. And that's just one of the things with a body chemistry. If you've tried vanilla powder, I'd love to know your thoughts on it and how you describe it. And when it comes to descriptions, sometimes I like to look at what other people are saying about it. And I probably should have done it with the last one. One person is saying they barely smell any vanilla or coconut. They mostly smell aldehydic musk, very synthetic. And they did say it's beast mode. Yep. One person says they smell coconut powder and a little bit of vanilla. Some people are saying very synthetic. It has to be worn on skin, but on clothes, it's a mess. I'm seeing a lot about the strength of the fragrance and about how synthetic it smells. So I don't think I'm too far off, but someone did say it's a more masculine vanilla. And I really do agree with that. Now, as it dries down, I like it more, but I could not justify buying this. Let's see how much this costs. It's $220. So yeah, it is a pricey one. So for something like this, you want to really love it. 50 mLs is $220. 100 mLs is $290. You have to wait for this to settle down to determine whether or not you like it. Because initially I'm like, wow, this is just too strong for me. So yeah, love to know if you've tried vanilla powder, and I will have the names of all the perfumes in the description box. I know I probably always say that and don't do it, but I am committing myself to doing that from now on, because I know that, you know, some of you may be interested. So that was number 2. And now the rest of these, I'm so excited because these are definitely some blind smells. And I think all of these are new. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we only have 6, y'all. I'm sorry. I lied. I can talk about, you know what? We'll do the last one. The last one is one that I really like. So we'll talk about that at the end. That's a Born to Stand Out. So still a nice niche fragrance. Okay, let's do Sisters Before Misters. Sisters Before Misters is by Jusbox, and I'm so excited to smell this one. They have one that I really like called Karaoke Heart, but it smelled very similar to Pop Heart by Plume Impression. Not exact, but very close. So I just moved on from wanting that one. But Sisters Before Misters was very intriguing. Now this one launched in 2025, and we have top notes of lime, blackcurrant, and ginger. In the mid, we have banana, strawberry, lily of the valley, and orris. And in the base, we have sugar, sandalwood, musk, and amber. So let's see what we think about this. All I know right now is sweet and fruity, and that's exactly what I need in my life. I'm smelling like black currant and strawberry right away. I don't smell anything else, so we're gonna have to spray this again. Ooh, okay, I think I'm gonna like this one, y'all. But see, that vanilla powder, I can still smell it. It's really strong. If you're looking for a beast mode perfume, vanilla powder is gonna be it. That's All right, let's see. Ooh. Ooh, okay, so wait a minute. Now I can smell the banana on the cotton for sure. Now there's some floral in here. I'm not really sure if I'm into it. So Lily of the Valley is a green white floral note with a soapy sweet. Yes, I was gonna say I smell jasmine, and I don't know if I like that. What a predicament, because the opening was great, but it smells like jasmine, and that's the Lily of the Valley. I wish it wasn't in here. Now in the base it says sugar, sandalwood, milk, and amber. It's definitely creamy, but I feel like this is a no, and that's very sad. Probably should have got a 2 ml, but no, you didn't want to do that. Had to get the extra. The opening is really nice. I just really love that fruity and that creaminess. Not really getting any lime. or ginger. I think I sprayed the other fragrance here, so let me give myself a fresh spray over here. That's the one thing I lose track of. I kind of wish that jasmine smell wasn't in there. Now, if you like jasmine, I think you would really like this because the Lily of the Valley is definitely in there. It stops it from being like a foodie gourmand, but it's still kind of gourmand. Is there such thing as a floral gourmand? Because that's what this is. I'm getting Lily of the Valley and then less of the fruit as it dries down. That's so unfortunate because that is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more fruity. I like fresh and I like florals, but jasmine, I could just be hit or miss with jasmine. So now it's just starting to settle down. It's definitely like sugary, but I don't know. It's not sugary in the way that I need it to be. And that's unfortunate. That's a shame because actually it's not a shame because that means I don't have to, I'm not going to buy it and I'm not going to be like, oh, I wish I really had it. But I have opportunities to give this considerable wear and can come back and let you know. But just off the rip, I think many people would really like this. I think it could be very popular. Banana, I don't know. They just can't keep banana around, it seems. I have, what is it? Banana Bliss by Paris Corner. The banana disappears in that one too, like almost immediately. I'm all for an experience, but like banana, like I want the banana to last and I'm just, it's not happening. So let's see. Oh, this is so bad. This is the type of perfume that makes me not want to even buy Niche anymore. Ugh. They said it has an awful smelling dry down. That's sad. I've not watched any reviews of any of these. This person, I think, really likes it. And they said it reminds them of Burberry Her Elixir and K. Ali Bougie Marshmallow. I totally disagree with that. No. Okay, this person really likes it. Somebody says it's a fun summer scent. So the reviews are kind of extreme. Someone said it's nice, but completely unwearable. It's for people that like smelling like actual candy. So I'm not sure. I'm getting florals from this. I'm getting fruit, but I feel like it's balanced. I don't think it's like super candy-like. Someone did say it's Spice Girls in a bottle and they said it lasts a long time. So yeah, seems like the reviews are either on one end of the spectrum or the other. I would lean towards a no for this one for me as well. So money saved. We did 3. All right, we got 4 more to go. Okay, I was gonna save this for the end, but I'm not. I have really been wanting to smell Peach Macaron from Theodoros Kalotinis. And you know what, y'all? I'm so on the fence with this house because I don't feel like the fragrances, I'm not gonna say that, but the fragrance that I really like the most from this house does not last on me at all. I feel like not even 5 minutes, and that's the lemon tart. I love lemon tart. Like, I am such a fan of lemon fragrances, the lemon creamy fragrances. I also got a sample of Lyra, but I didn't include it with this because I know that's one that a lot of people like and it's old, so I didn't include it, but that was my first time smelling it. I understand the hype. I have a dupe of it, but I wanted to smell the real thing. So I'm just really on the fence because I have several fragrances from Theodoros Kalotinis, but I'm just not sure about the lasting power. But peach. What was that line from Face Off? He's like, I could eat a peach for hours. Something like that. I don't know. All right, let's check this one out. They came out with like 4, but I was like, I'm just gonna go with the peach because there was like marzipan, there was tiramisu, there was this one, and then I think there was like it might have been a matcha, but I was like, just calm down. So this is a 2025 launch. We've got notes of peach, vanilla, burnt sugar, and macarons. And what's the difference between a macaron and a macaroon? Does one have coconut and one doesn't or something? I can't remember. At least their fragrances don't cost a lot, but this is in the bottle that's more expensive because they have the ones, see the lemon tart is in the bottle that's like $50, I think. Is it 50 or 90? It's something, it's not cheap, but I'm saying it's cheaper. But then there's some that cost like 1 something, and this is in the bottle that costs 1 something. Okay, calm down. Okay. That's a yes. A hot yes. Peach, creamy peach, vanilla, burnt sugar, everything that it said, that's what's in there. Yes. It's like a creamy peach cookie, if there was such a thing. No, not a cookie. A creamy peach, like a smoothie. I still smell it. Wow. Okay, that is a reaction I need to have, okay? Otherwise, it's a no. Yes. Yes, now, this is for a foodie. You want to smell like a peach pie, a baked good. I really like that what we read, or what I read, is what I get. Is nothing more, is nothing less. I don't think this is really going to evolve. I mean, because the other fragrances started evolving for me right away. So this one might, but no, this is great. This will go so good with like bitter peach. This is like a really gourmand bitter peach, because you know bitter peach by Tom Ford, but bitter peach by Tom Ford is peach, but it's got like a floral in there a little bit, just a little bit. This one, just no florals. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about any weird floral notes coming out that you did not ask for. No, this is a yes. This, my friends, is a winner. I need to write this down, because if somebody says, I don't think anybody's gonna say it, but if somebody says, Kara, is there a perfume that you want? I'm gonna say Peach Macarons by Theodoros Kalotinis. I really like this. Now these reviews better not shut my life down, because you know they be real honest on here. If you were looking for a super sweet and gourmand peach like me, this is it. Okay. Some people say it reminds them of a peach candy, like peach rings, but I would say no, because it's the creaminess. Like this is like, no, never mind. I don't even know what I was about to say. I was about to say something about the strawberry candy, but that wasn't a creamy candy. You know what I'm talking about? The strawberry candy with the green, like at the top. That's not even the point. All right. So they're saying it turns into a sugary peach macaron, and they can smell the macaron part. Yeah, it is like a cookie. What am I talking about? It's good. They said it does last. Oh, and this is an extrait. See, so maybe the cheaper ones are not extraits. I don't know. But this, my friend, I am feeling very great about this. Okay, peach candy yogurt type scent. Yes, that's what it is, y'all. This is great. Oh, they said it disappears in 30 minutes. See, and this person said all of them do that. That makes me sad. Okay, this next person is too sweet for them. Most people are liking it. Peach yo play blended with banana wafer cookies. Yeah, I really like this a lot. Okay, this is a winner. I don't even care. I am very interested in the longevity of this one and how the longevity will compare to the lemon tart, since I think this is more expensive. Matter of fact, let's find out how much it costs, so you know we don't get the okie doke and get excited for no reason. Let's see. $175. I like it. Okay, well, let's put that on the winner's side. Put it at the winner's table. All right, that was 4. So we have 3 more left. These next 2 are by Sensatio. Now, I have never heard of Sensatio, but if you haven't, now we do, because we have golden pistachio and black sesame. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about both of these. We're going to do golden pistachio first, just because. Oh my God. That is, y'all, yes, and yes. If you like peach, that's all I'm going to say. Peach. Okay. Now, Sensatio Paris is the house. And this launched in 2024. So if I said all these came out in 2025, I lied. Sorry. We have notes in the top: almond, rum, apple, pear, and bergamot. And in the mid, we have ice cream, pistachio, peony, and coumarin. Let's see what that is. I don't know what that is. Herbal like hay. Ooh, or sweet and warm like caramelized almonds. Okay, I'm here for that. And then in the base, we have tonka bean, vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. Okay, now I will go ahead and say this is going to be on winner, because I do like pistachio fragrances, but I also was like, I need to stop buying pistachio fragrances, because sometimes they just smell the same, you know? But golden pistachio was giving me just a different vibe. I mean, as far as the name. So let's see. Hold on. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay, got my nose. Right away, I have to look at those again, but I'm going to say apple, almonds, pistachio. That's what, yeah, there's apple. You know, almond can get toothpastey on me. Does anybody else have that issue? It can get minty, and I can't deal with that. Like, it's just too much when it does that. I don't know why it does that on me, but it can get very toothpastey, and I'm not here for it. I think that this is a pistachio that is going to be different from other pistachios. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how I feel about, this would layer really good with the KLE Yum Pistachio. See, the Yum Pistachio is the most unique pistachio fragrance I've ever smelled, because I don't know what I was expecting it to smell like. Because then you have like a pistachio latte from Theodoros Kalotinis, which is like that creamy, more nutty situation. But the one from KLE is more like pistachio with ice cream, and there's ice cream in this, but this one is not as ice creamy as Yum Pistachio Gelato, right? I'm saying right like y'all smelling it with me, but you know what I'm saying? It's not, I would lean over to that side, but not all the way on that spectrum of the KLE, but it's going to that side of the spectrum for me. Okay, but let's spray it on the skin and let me find a clear spot. And it's very fresh in the beginning. It almost smells like lemon. Did they say lemon? It smells like, okay, maybe it's the bergamot, or maybe it's the apple. It's very, I'm not getting a lot of rum, but it's very almond. I would say bergamot, because that's a citrus, right? Bergamot, citrus smells. I said lemon. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm so excited. Oh my God. I'm so excited to be filming a video for y'all, because I really missed y'all. I do have the zoologist film, by the way, but the editing on that just takes forever. And while I'm editing that, they are coming out with another fragrance. This one, I'm waiting. So I'm still getting a lot of like the bergamot almond. So this one, it's creamy a little bit, but I think this one's gonna have to evolve just to taste, like to just get to that pistachio note, because the pistachio is in the mid. So like, I'm not really smelling that at all. I was really excited, but once I smelled it on my skin, the almond, I'm telling y'all, the almond is like, it's not super toothpastey, but I don't dislike it. I'm just not sure yet, because it is ice creamy. I'm gonna have to let that one sit. That one's gonna have to settle down. The rest of them, I could tell right away. Like the peach macaron is still macaroning. The other one, Sisters Before Misters, that's sad, but that's enough. The explicit, like I said, it's getting real peanut buttery. Peanut butter vanilla. What's up?
Never.
Okay.
You said peanut butter. You said peanut butter.
What about it?
You said something peanut butter.
I said peanut butter.
I ate some today.
No, you didn't. Okay.
Totally
this is on the maybe train. All right. So I'm going to put the maybes over here. That's on the maybe train. All right, we've got, let's see what people are talking about before we move on. Yeah, it's like tonka bean almondy. Yep. Okay, they said creamy nutty gourmand, more almond than pistachio. I would say, yeah. I still will put it over towards the KLE side, but not close to KLE, like just going that way. Not too sweet, very blended without jarring synthetic notes. They don't get the rum. I agree. Realistic vanilla ice cream. Yep, that's exactly how I feel about it. First two reviews were okay. The other person didn't smell it. So that's just one. They just writing a review and they didn't even smell it. Not what I just read. What I read, the person really did. Yeah, I'm on the fence about that. What I like about this one is that once that almond kind of goes back a little bit, you can really smell the vanilla coming through. So that's going to be an evolving fragrance that I'm gonna have to come back on that one for sure. But I really do think like my mind is made up about the other ones. Peach macaron is on the yes train. All right, let's get the price. Hello.
Can you guys pray for great grandma?
Yes, they can pray for great grandma. $180 That's on Scent Split. So, yeah, I'm not even mad about that at all. I don't think the price is like out of control or anything like that. I mean, it seems like that's the going rate, but I think I like it. Just had to let that almond get itself together. Okay, so we're staying with Sensatio Paris, and we're going next to Black Sesame, which I dropped. So hold on. The more and more I smell that, the more I like it.
I like to eat.
You're ready to eat?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be right back. He's ready to eat. These kids, I'm telling y'all, it's just so much sometimes. All right, so while I was getting Marky's food, I was just thinking about Golden Pistachio again, and do I really like it? I like it, but I think that since I really love the KLE one, that I wouldn't get this in a full size. However, if the KLE one is too sweet for you, then the Golden Pistachio might be a good choice, because Pistachio Yum is really, or gelato, Yum Pistachio Gelato is really, really sweet. And I would say this would be like a step down. All right, so now we're gonna do Black Sesame. Again, same fragrance house. This launched in 2024. And this has top notes of chocolate, amaretto, raspberry, and mandarin. Middle notes of sesame, tuberose, rose, iris, and orange blossom. And base notes of vanilla, coffee, amber, and musk. I'm really excited about this one. Mostly because of the opening notes, but then also the idea of having sesame. I don't know if I have any fragrances that have a sesame note. There's nothing that's jumping out at me. So let's see what this one smells like. What does this bring to the table? Let's see. Ooh. I'm not sure what I smell there. I feel like I smelled a bunch of florals, but let's see. Okay, wait a minute. Interesting. This probably gonna be a no though. Oh, nope. Tuberose. Nope, that's a no. This is a hot no. That's sad. That's very disappointing. I just smell tuberose. Tuberose is too much for me. That's all I smell. Let's spray it on the skin. Unfortunately, I have to do this because if I don't, I'm not gonna really know. That's very sad because you do get the chocolate in the opening, which I'm kind of liking because it's not super strong, because I don't need to be really strong chocolate, but it's already gone. I don't know if this needs to evolve, but all I can smell is tuberose and rose. That's it. And I was gonna say something in there smells a little like violet, but it does say that iris can smell kind of like violet, and this is a shame. Let's see what the reviews are saying, because is it just me? Good gracious. Someone said this smells just like Good Girl with a bit of sesame added. That is not true, because I love Good Girl. So no. Floral Gourmand. I'm not smelling any juicy raspberry or mandarin and a boozy amaretto and chocolate. They said the chocolate's not heavy. No. Dang, that's all the reviews we've got. I'm going to have to come back on that one, but that is just too much floral for me. No, that is a no. That's sad. That's very unfortunate. I had high hopes for this one, but nope. That's fine. Money is saved. So the last fragrance I told y'all is one I cannot be putting out $210 for these Born to Stand Out fragrances, but they make some really, really good ones, and then they also make some really odd ones. But this one is called Fig Porn, and I always said, like, I love figs, fig this, fig that, all because I like Father Figure from Fleur. But all fig fragrances are not created equal, because some, like the way they do the nose, it can be more fruity, and then some are just way too green. Like, I have a lotion from Josie Marin. It's called Bohemian Fig. And then I also have a body oil from Claude Lee that has fig in it. And to me, it just smells like soil. And that's not really what I'm trying to project is not really what I'm trying to do. So all fig fragrances are not created equal. I did have one called Fig Tea that I really liked. So I think it's the combination with the other notes. But let's get into the BTSO fragrance. I really wanted to like Black Sesame. This is too florally. Goodness. All right. Now Fig Porn launched in 2022. And we have top notes of fig, pear, and bergamot. In the mid, we have Turkish rose, peony, and cedar. And in the base, we have vanilla musk, sandalwood, and amber. I'm trying to think how I probably just purchased it because it was a fig perfume and, it had a little risque name. But I do like this one. Oh, I love this one. I really do. It's really sweet. I wasn't really sure what notes were in here. I couldn't remember, but I just remembered I really liked it. And so I just get a fruity burst, and I'm guessing it's the fig and the pear, not so much the citrus. It does say that fig can be lactonic. It says that it can be sweet, honeyed, floral, and gourmand. But like I said, sometimes it gives off the soil accord, the soil vibes, and that's really not where I'm trying to go this summer. Let's see what else we smell in here. It's weird because it's floral, but it's not too much for me. I don't like overly floral fragrances. Like, it has to be balanced with something. And I think that this one is, because it's got vanilla in here. It's got kind of the green from the fig, and then you have the fruitiness in here. But there's also the woodiness from the sandalwood and the amber. I wanted to get a 5 ml because I wanted to see, like, do I love it? But I remember liking this one a lot. BTSO has some that, are on my wish list, but for me to put out $210, like, it has to be a love, and I'm not sure if it's a love yet. And I really love the opening of this, but it's going to take me a few wears to really see, do I enjoy the dry down of this one enough? I have also smelled a lot of other fragrances just now. So I was about to say, do I like this as much? But I probably need to give these fragrances a chance on their own because, like, I haven't been smelling anything in between. I just want to be accurate. Those are 7 niche fragrances, and I really love the niche fragrance houses and what they come up with. I just think they're so interesting and so unique and different. And I just love talking about them, and I'm always finding like new niche houses and fragrances. So let me know, like, what do you prefer? Do you wear a mix, or do you just like focus on niche? Do you just wear whatever smells good? I'm really curious because, like, I don't know, I just randomly happen upon a lot of the fragrances that I end up sampling. So let me know what you've been wearing lately, if you've been trying out any new fragrances lately. I find myself really wearing a lot of the same things. I think I'm really starting to fall into like my own signature scent. I'm just going for the same stuff. So maybe I'll do a video on that as well. But I'm glad to see you all, hang out and chat, and I'd love to catch up. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in another one. Bye.